For the old people start to start to think about it was nice. So